From the Offices of Curriculum and Instruction in collaboration with Instructional Technology, we present PSJ's Startech Science Sparks, UCHIA Strategy with Sandra Gonzalez. Hello everyone and welcome to our first Startech Science Sparks. With us today, we have the amazing and the beautiful Sandra Gonzalez. Go ahead, Sandra.
Thank you.
Take it away.
Thank you. Welcome everybody and welcome. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, ready everybody? Y'all have the lyrics in the chat. Everybody sing along with me because today we are going to do our science strategy called UCHIA. Everybody, UCHIA. So UCHIA.
One more time, here we go.
Ready? Go.
Hold on.
Ready? UCHIA. UCHIA.
All right.
So here we go. So today we are presenting to you our science learning strategy that I know most of you are familiar with and are using in your classrooms. So it's our UCHIA strategy, okay? And you know it as U for underline and read the question. C, write the concept. H, highlight the clue words. I, your illustrations and labeling. And then A, justifying your answers. So here we go. Hold on. Okay, so we have the question here. So what does the U stand for? The U is underline and read the question first. So here we have our first question. The picture shows the tools that can be used for separating mixtures. The question is, which mixture is paired with the best tool for separating materials? So as the U stands for, we underline our question. C. Okay, C is write the concept that is found in the question or in the information given. So based on our question, we see that the concept here is mixtures. How do we know that it's mixtures? Because in the problem, it says separating mixtures, and also in the question. Now, this isn't true for most of the time, but sometimes you have it to where it does have that you can kind of connect to the concept or the vocabulary we're repeating multiple times. Plus, if we look at our pictures, here we have a magnet, tweezers, this colander, and the beaker with water. We can see that we have the mixtures. H. What is H for? H is highlight or circle and write clue words that will help to better understand the question. So now we've read the question, we've identified the concept, which is mixtures. So now what are some of these clue words here? Can anybody say unmute yourself and say in the chat? What are some of the keywords that we would probably highlight here?
Tool, separating, best.
Okay, tool, best.
Materials.
Awesome. So yes, and look, what about the pictures? You mentioned tools, and then used, separating, and mixture in the question, paired, and then definitely best tool for separating. Awesome, thank you. Thank you for participating with me. So we've done the U, we've done the concept, we've identified our keywords that are gonna help us find the answer in the question. Now we have the letter I. So I stands for the illustrate. Illustrate a picture or label your pictures, chart or graph if provided. But if none are provided, we know that this gives our students an opportunity to illustrate, and hopefully our students, and we've been practicing with them to use scratch sheet of paper to where they're writing down all of this that we're doing right now, like the question, maybe the keywords, the concept, or drawing an illustration as they're working out the problem. So here we have our illustration. Okay, what would be some of the things that we would highlight here?
Magnet, Nix.
Definitely magnet. Okay.
I think I would put zinc on top of the magnet. Like
you would
if it has anything to do with that is magnetic, put zinc on top of that.
Definitely, yes. And I highlighted this, but definitely something to add to here would be zinc. Thank you, Ms. Romero, for sharing that. Definitely, because zinc stands for the materials that are magnetic, which are steel, iron, nickel, and cobalt. So definitely that's something to add here for the students, so that the students could probably write down in their sheet of paper, right? Okay, so moving to the next part of the UCHIA, which is in the justifying the A. The A is for answer, right? So here we have to justify the answers. So now the students have to go back to what mixture is paired with the best tool for separating the materials, and looking at each of these answer choices and going through them and finding out which is going to be their best answer. So here, if we do salt and pepper is the best tool for this tweezers, and it is, right? It is tweezers, it is. And however, the students also have to then go to the letter B. The mixture is cork and pebbles. The tool, beaker of water, and in this case it's not the beaker but the water to be used as tools. So as they're going through these answer choices, can this mixture of beaker and cork and pebbles be separated with water? And that is yes. So as they're going through this, and then they look at answer choice C, mixtures, safety pins and iron nails. The magnet tool, can it be used to separate it? And we know that this cannot, because both of these are going to be attracted to the magnet. So this tool is not the best to separate them, as both of these are magnetic. Then you're going to look at letter D, sand and iron filings. Can the colander be the best tool for this? So if students know anything about the sand and iron filings, they can draw them, and they're going to know that those little particles, right, are very small, and they're going to go through the colander. So because of that, the colander is not the best tool for them. And here we have that both sand and iron nails have small particles, and will go through the colander, and they do not separate. So because of that, because of these, now that we've X'd out, we know that C and D are out. So that leaves us now with A and B. And now we have to come back. So which of these has the best tool to separate them? So coming back to letter A, salt and pepper. Can tweezers be used to separate this? Yes, but what do we know about salt and pepper? Can anybody unmute themselves and provide some info?
Well, they're gonna mix together, and it would be more time consuming to separate them.
Because?
Their tiny size.
Their tiny size, right? So is that gonna be our best tool?
No.
No, right? So by that, it eliminates the tweezers, right? So coming now to letter B, cork and pebbles, is water the best tool? Yes, because now the cork will float and the pebbles will sink. So this is the way that we use the UCHIA strategies. I know that sometimes we kind of condense and might call it UCIA, right? So now, and then here we come back and emphasize that it's the best tool, the water. So now, let's practice. In the chat, you will be provided the code for the Nearpod, to where you're gonna be practicing applying the UCHIA strategies. So
There's a link already in there, so everyone can just click on it and join.
Try it and then give you a few minutes, and then we'll see how you do. Let me see, some people are already here. Okay, so now you're here.
Yes.
Okay, let me see. Give me a thumbs up. Are you able to drag the tools on the little icons and use the tools?
Well, we're gonna have to use the highlighter first.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because you're reading the question, right? So I see we've done the underlining, the question. What's the concept? Oh, I see somebody already wrote it. Cool. And here, once you go, once you're doing this with your students, of course, if you're using Nearpod and everybody's familiar with Nearpod, you can kind of see who you need to kind of, who's on task and who's not, and who you can now go and facilitate and work with in your small groups or those special populations that need that assistance while your other students are working independently, right? Nice. I see some of you have already even started on the second one. Play the song, Valentin, so we can do the UCHIA.
Here we go. Let me look for it.
We haven't found it. Sorry.
Sandra,
Mande.
can you open it up? Because if you go back and forward, they can only work in the current one that you can see.
I did that. I'm back in the first one.
But if they were working on the second one, they can't see it.
What you can
Okay.
also do,
Let me put the student pace.
in the
Yes.
top right corner.
Let me put the student pace on.
Yes.
There we
Perfect.
go.
They need to hit
Sorry.
edit answer so they can change their answers. If they don't hit edit answer, they can't re-edit.
Okay, so there we go. Sorry. Did it update? Is it letting you go back and forth?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. All right. Giving you about another minute. I love all the strategies that some of you guys are putting or utilizing with your UCHIA strategies on these questions. In a minute. We'll see how we did. looks like pretty much everybody is almost done. So gonna take us back to you all can stay on the Nearpod, but let me show you. Let's see. How did you all do? Show the thumbs up. Everybody ready to see how we did? Yes? Let's see. Let's see how we did. Let's see how we did. So we had our first question. Okay, so it was your turn and we practiced. So how did you do? Let's see. That was you underlined the question. Were these some of the concept was life cycles? Were these life stages, animals shown, statement, best, describes the stage, and the animal's development? Well, hopefully these were some of the words you underlined as you highlighted your keywords. For I, in your illustration here, that you underline animal 1 and animal 2 diagram. Okay, did you write any little notes as far as the stages, the egg, the larva, the pupa, the fact that it looked different at every stage? For animal 2, the egg, the nymph, the adult, pretty much looks like the adult as far as labeling your eye. In your answers, for letter A, the animal 1 changes form to become an adult. Yes, that looks right, but then let's look at B. Both animals look like the adult while growing. Both no. Okay, because both don't. It's just which animal, 1 or 2. Can somebody unmute and say?
2.
2, right? And then letter C, animal 2 reaches adulthood in a shorter period of time. Can we tell that from this question?
No.
No, we can't. We don't have enough info. Wait, sorry. Pressed it too much. We don't have enough to go on. On letter D, both animals have young that live in similar habitats. Okay, well, do we have enough information to say that if they do? Maybe, but no, right? And in this case, we have to emphasize that on the word best, and the best answer here is animal 1 changes form to become an adult. And we purposefully picked this type of question because we noticed that in the last benchmark, I believe there was 6 of them that use best, to where there's 2 answers that are very, very possible the choice and similar, but one of them kind of distinguishes from the other. And in this case, letter D, we don't know that both animals have young that live in similar environments. So letter A is our answer. How'd y'all do? Thumbs up? Yes? I hope. The next question on this one, which action is most likely happening in section Y? So we have to underline our question. Okay, I saw that everybody underlined their question. Okay, that was H. Letter C, what was our concept? In this case, it had to do with sedimentary rocks, the processes. Okay, did y'all get that right? Anybody? Yes? Unmute yourselves, tell me yes, no.
Yes.
Okay, and then some of the keywords that you highlighted: diagram, different, section, action, most likely, happening. I saw some of that in your responses. Hopefully you paired up. And then they were only asking about one section. And in this case, in your H for your diagram, they were only focusing on the section Y in your I. And what does that mean? What does that area moving there represent? It represents erosion.
Erosion.
Yes. Because letter X would be what? Section X.
Weathering.
Weathering. And section Z?
Deposition.
Deposition, right? But in this case, we don't want all of that. We just want focusing on section Y, right? So which one of our answer choices best represents that? So if we look at letter F, wind and rain compacting rocks into larger pieces. So here the keyword here would be compacting, but is that what we're looking for? No. And for letter G, water carrying rocky materials to a new location. Here the word that we're looking at is carrying, so that would be our answer. Okay, but we still have to check letter H and J. H says chemicals in water gluing sediments together, and here we're focusing on gluing. The section Y look like it's gluing, putting pieces together. No. Letter J, pressure causing layers of sediments to be squished to form over time. Here, pressure. No. So what better represents Y, where it's moving, and that is H. How many of you got it right? Put a thumbs up in the comments. Nice. Okay. Nice. So, and in the presentation, that was all we have for the UCHIA. How do you feel about it now and using it, and hopefully continuing to use it? Here we've also want you to know that we've added some of the 2023 STAAR questions with the explanations by category, and we will be providing this PowerPoint to you, or the Google Slides to you, so that you can see that. And as you continue to go over and review right now that you're doing your small intervention, and use this as a resource. And then of course we do have it in Spanish. So ¿qué es la estrategia de UCHIA? Aquí está. And we don't forget, you also have the science resource page, to where you have these at your fingertips to utilize with your students for, again, small group interventions and tutoring time. And that's a wrap for Science.
Science Sparks! Thank you, everyone. Thank you for attending. Great job, Sandra.